Yes everyone, we're back with another van video. Specifically it is about solar panels. It's a bit weird how this has come about because I don't know if you've seen it or not. My power system, what I've got, I did a full video about how I set it up, what I've used, blah blah blah, etc. And I use this brand called Aferiy for their power system, just because their power banks allow you to use quite a high ampage on the 12 volts, so I can run like my lights, diesel heater, fridge, pretty much a lot of high power 12 volt appliances, which a lot of power banks don't let you do. So yeah, somehow it's got back to them and they dropped me an email saying, oh, thank you for doing this review, blah blah blah, even though it wasn't sponsored, it wasn't paid, which I think was quite nice of them. And they said, if there's any other products that you'd like, let us know. And funny enough, I mentioned it in one of the videos, I was actually going to get a portable solar panel, and as you can see here, they supplied it for me, which is very nice of them. So yeah, they just said, oh, would you mind just doing a video like this? I said, yeah, of course. So yeah, massive thank you to Aferiy for that. But like I said, I was just waiting to save up to some money, to be honest, so I could buy one. So I'll show you what this is. It is a flexible, portable solar panel, so you can carry it, you can keep it in the van. So for me, I'm just going to keep it behind the driver's seat, because as you can see, it's pretty light. It's probably about 10 kilo, and yeah, it's not very big. So this is going to be my first time opening it with you guys. I'm not actually opening it yet, so yeah, fingers crossed everything's all right with it, and we'll see now anyway. Actually, before that, I'm going to show you the power system, what I was talking about. Like I said, if you've seen the video, you'll know already, but a lot of people might not have seen it. So it is a power bank. I put it under this seat, so let me move the cushions and I'll show you. So yeah, there's the easier way to get from it. You can get from it here. This is how I normally access it and just turn it on and stuff. I'll show you. So yeah, here like this. So I normally just turn it on like this, hold it for a second, and there. But just to show you, I'm going to take this cushion off and access it from the top, just because it gives me a better view and I can show you guys exactly what it is I've done and how I've done it. Just a quick recap of what I've done. So it fits perfectly under here. It is a 2,400 watt hour power bank. I have hooked up a DC to DC charger, so that basically what that means is whenever I drive the van, it charges this power station. At the minute, I've got it turned off because I don't use, unless I'm going on a trip, I don't want to keep charging, topping up the battery, because apparently it can damage it. So unless like I'm going on a trip, I'll flick the DC to DC charger on, which is literally just a switch behind there. So yeah, let me show you it again. So this is what I was talking about. This port here is called a XT60 port, and it gives out 25 amps of 12 volt power. So I've hooked this up to my fuse board. So like I said, spotlights, fridge, diesel heater, water pump, etc., and everything's hooked up on there. So I'm going to pull it out just to show you it a bit more, you know what I mean, just because it's a bit hard to show you under there. Here it is. So like I said, that's the port that runs my 12 volt. This here is actually made for a solar panel. So you can charge this at 500 watts with solar power. A lot of power banks have higher input, but this, I think 500 watts plenty for me for what I need. When I was driving it the other day in Scotland, it charged up really quick, so it's plenty. So this is hooked up, like I said, from the XC90 port down to the DC to DC charger. So anytime I'm going to need to use that portable solar panel, all I'm going to have to do is disconnect these. So I'll show you how easy that is now. I'm pretty sure these are called Anderson connectors, something like that, but you literally just squeeze the sides and just pop it off. 1, 2, pretty easy. Literally just squeeze it and pull it. I just keep this wire short because everything's nice and compact in there. But even so, I'm not going to have to pull this out when I actually use the portable charger. I'll just run the wire underneath. Alright, let's get back to this now. I've shown you that just briefly. Like I said, I've got a full video. If you want to watch it, I'll put a link in the description just so you can see more in depth about it. But yeah, let's get this open. Like I said, this is my first time opening it with you. So Right, so what's that? Don't know. Right, this is what we need. So, like I said, I think they're called Anderson connectors, these. So this is what's going to connect to that lead on the side of the power station, the XC90, yeah. And I'm guessing it just charges straight away. I'm guessing. Let's find out. Just got some little poppers there just to stop it flapping about. Like I said, I'm quite intrigued to look at this. This is my first time looking at it. Right, so that goes. Wow, it's massive. Bloody hell. So this one, they do two different ones. This is a 400 watt, so it applies 400 watts, and the other one they do is 200 watts. Wow, I didn't think it was this big. Right, let me lie it down and get it where I want it. Can't believe how big it is. Massive. It's almost the length of the van. Right, I've got it laid out there. I think this is probably about 3 metre cable, so plenty big enough for what I need. So I think it's as simple as like plug and play pretty much. Put the positive to the positive, negative to the negative, and I think that's it. So I can hear something happening. Don't know what that was. Right, oh there you go. Right, if we have a look here, now it's plugged in, you can see it's getting 234, 35, yeah, 34-ish watts going into the power station. I've read online that you never actually get the full amount of whatever it is solar. So say example you've got a 1000 watt solar panel, you're never really going to get 1000 watts just because of conditions like clouds. Yeah, they're just never super like on the ball, and that doesn't matter if it's the best one in the world or what. It's just obviously weather dependent and stuff. So it's saying this is going to take 3 hours to charge at 235 watts, which I think is pretty good. To say you parked up somewhere for a few hours and you just chuck them out, you're going to get energy that it's for free. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's really good. Right, let's jump out and have a quick look at it. Just show you it again. Quick jump. Ooh. There we go. It's massive, isn't it? Honestly, I'm so surprised how big it is. Because it was such a small, compact thing. I didn't think it'd pull out that big. It's nearly the same length as the van. Looks really good. So I'll tell you why I went for flexible ones as well. Like I said, I was going to buy these anyway. It's just a case of when I could afford it. With these ones, I feel like I can use them when and where as I want. So I've not got a pop top. I was gonna get one, but I'm not sure what to use a van for a bit. Maybe save some money and just try it. I don't actually know if I need it, so I thought I'd try it first. But also, flexible solar panels was always going to be what I wanted because this car pull out. Sorry, I almost got myself run over there. Yeah, what I was saying is flexible solar panels was always going to be the. Oh, hello, mate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, flexible solar panels was always going to be the go-to for me, just because, like I said, I didn't know I was going to get a pop top. Don't know what's what, and I just feel like it's better than having them on the roof constantly because it looks like a camper van then as well. Do you know what I mean? People don't know if it's a camper van or it's a crew cab or what. And also, you can just chuck them where you want. Say this because obviously the sun's there. I've got my solar panels facing the sun. If the sun was that way, I can adjust them, so I feel like you can get the most out of the solar panel and the energy. So that's the reason why I've chose these ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it for an hour and see what we get. Like I said, it tells you on there, but we'll actually see what I actually get because I'm not getting the full 400 watts. We'll leave it for an hour. It was on 57, wasn't it? Yeah, 57, and we'll see what it's on after an hour. Right, whilst we're waiting for the solar panels to do the thing, see how much energy we can get, we're going to have a quick look at this. Aferiy have kindly sent it over to me. It is a car jump starter. So for example, say your battery dies when you're out, it is to jump start your car, and it's also got a few other little features as well. So same with the power bank. This is my first time having a look at it with you. It comes in this box. It's only small, so I think, well, not think, I'm going to definitely keep it in the van at all times, just because you never know when your battery's going to die, do you, or you need it. Should have a quick look at the manual. Car jumper starter manual. We don't need to look at that now, do we? No, we don't. It's tiny, isn't it? You know what I mean? My hand's that big, it's not much different. How does this work then? I'm not too sure. So let's turn it on and see what happens. Right, it's come with 76%. It also has a safety light, if you ever need a light. Yeah, pretty bright that, to be fair. Obviously bright in here. Good for emergencies if you're on the side of the road. Like I said, it comes with USB sockets, USB-C, DC out. I'm guessing that's the one. Oh no, this is the one that's going to be to jump start your car. This one here. So let's have a quick look what else has come with it. I feel like a proper YouTube reviewer, you know what I mean? It's not even my sort of thing, but we need to have a look at it. Especially if we're going to need to use it. I actually should open it and try it before I actually need to use it on the side of the road. Fingers crossed I don't. It's come with this. It's got some instructions on the back. I'll quickly read them out. Be sure to turn off all electrics in the car, radio, lights, etc. Insert the plug into the starter, which is this. Then connect the copper teeth to the car battery, which is like a normal starter battery. So you put the positive on, put the negative on. What else does it say? Please make sure the connection is correct. Red clamp to red. Yeah. Right. The higher the battery level, the better the jump start will be. So obviously that makes kind of sense. I don't understand how this has got the power to start the car. Like, look at the size of it. It's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to do it now, but we'll have a quick look. So I'll plug that, goes into there. That is mental. How that is going to jump your car. Look at the size of it. That's definitely 100% staying in the van for emergencies. Like I said, it's a power bank as well, so if you ever need to charge anything like your phone or your laptop, I'm guessing you can use that. Also with a light on it, it's good to, if you ever like need a light when you jump out of the van. Right, I've plugged this in and it's saying 12.4 volts, which means absolutely nothing to me. I'm not going to lie. But I'm guessing it's enough to jump the van, which is, like I said, mental. So a massive thank you to Aferiy, like I said, just for sending this out. I'm going to keep this in the van at all times because I can imagine it'll come in handy one day. So yeah, massive thank you. Right, I'm going to let that finish up. I'm going to come back in however long's left to put a timer on. I'm going to see how much power has gone into the power station after 1 hour. I just had a couple come over to me whilst I'm obviously just waiting for it to do what it's doing, and they see me videoing, and they were stood right in front of the solar panels, and I thought, wow, this is really nice, but please get out of the way. So the sun can get the full effect of the solar panels. I shouldn't think that, actually. Okay, so it's been an hour. Let's have a look how much power we've got. Like I said, it's facing the sun, but obviously it's not summertime, so I don't know if it's going to have the full effect. 69%, so what was we on? 57, 12% in an hour. Like I said, it's been floating around 230-ish watts. So on a day, a proper sunny day, I'm guessing you'd be getting 300 plus, which I don't think is bad. I think it's really good. And like I said, the reason I got these is just to top me up when I'm somewhere for like say 3 or 4 days and you're not starting the engine, it's not going to be charging the power station. That's kind of what I've bought them for. I kind of got a bit of a gist of how much I'm actually going to need and use, because when I went to Scotland last week, I think in one evening, say I got there at like 5 o'clock and it was dark from 5 till the next morning, I probably used around 30 to 40% of the power bank, so maybe even less actually. Yeah, about around 30%, so I could get 3 days straight, but like I said, anything over that's when these are going to come into play. So yeah, I'm really happy with them, and massive thank yous to Aferiy for sending me out. So what I'm going to do quickly, put this back under there and I'll show you how I'm actually going to have it. Obviously I'm not going to keep it there like that. But this is how I'll have it. Obviously everything's back to where it should be, like the bench is all nice and neat. literally I'm gonna disconnect them, like I said, from the DC to DC charger. I have the wire running out, or I could even have it running out the window and put them on the roof. Just like I said, depends where I am, where the sun is, etc. But for now, like you said, it's there like that. Running up to the solar panels, and boom, there we go. Like I said, personally for me, this is the best option for me, because I know it's faffing about getting them in and out of the van and stuff, but for what I need, I don't need them on the roof. It's just like, it's overkill, and I like the option of having this. And if I ever need to pull the power station out for any reason, whatever it may, say I go on a family camping trip and the tents are halfway in that field and we need some power to put in, charge our phones, speaker, whatever, I can take the power station over there. If it runs out, I can pull the solar panels out, I can charge it over there. So like I said, it's just more options personally for me, so that's why for me this is the best option. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm just so surprised how big they are and it falls down to really, really small. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with them. Like I said, if you want to see the video about how I've set up the power system, I'll put a link down below as well for you. But yeah, if anyone's interested in these products, Aferiy have kindly given me a discount code for anyone to use. Save yourself some money, why not? They've also given me one for the power station as well, so, and the starter jumper cable, so saving money is enough. Everyone loves saving some money, so if you want to use them links, I'll put them down for anyone that's after a solar panel, portable solar panel, a jumper starter kit, which I think is pretty important to keep in the van, or also the power station. So yeah, massive thank you to Aferiy, massive thank you to everyone who's watched. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments or drop me a message and I'll get back to you. Likewise, I'm always open to suggestions, like if someone's used one of these before, what's the best way of getting the most out of it? Do I need to point it at the sun a particular way? Like, yeah, anything. So massive thank you to everybody if you've watched it, and I'll see you on the next video.